This conference will now be recorded.
Hi everyone, welcome to KKR Corners JavaScript tutorials. My name is Srinivas. In this video, I am going to discuss about data types in JavaScript. What are the different data types available in JavaScript? Data types in JavaScript. Data types. That means data types in JavaScript, or it is also called as indirectly or types of data. Types of data. Data types of data. First of all, what is data? Data means only value. What is data? Data means only values. Only value. This data is these values and different types of values, different types of data are available in any programming language. Not only JavaScript programming language. In any programming language, data types are available in the different types. But in other programming language, the variable is declared before they are using the variable must be declared. But in JavaScript, it is a JavaScript is a loosely typed programming language. It is loosely typed programming language. JavaScript is loosely typed programming language. The second point is JavaScript. JavaScript is a dynamic typed programming language. Dynamic typed programming language. Dynamic typed programming language. Okay, clear, guys. And the third one is programmer. Here, that is programmer need not declare, need not explicitly specify data type of value. Specify the data type to store in a variable. To store in a variable. For example, so var is x. X is a variable, but here cannot be specify the variable data type. Here we are declaring the only data type is a variable. X is a variable. Cannot explicitly specify the data type. In other programming languages like C language, C++, Java, integer x. That means x is a variable. Variable is integer type. Here you have to specify the data type. Specify the data type. Data type is integer type. Or for example, float y. Y is a float type. For example, char z of 20. Here the z is a character variable, string variable. Here the char of a. That means a is a variable. Variable is character variable, which is used to store only one value. Z is a variable. Z is a character variable to store the 20 characters. That is indirectly it is called as a string type. Y is a variable. The y is a float type. Float type means to store the numbers with the decimal point. And x is a variable. The variable is an integer type. In other programming, like this is a C style, C++ style, and Java style. But in JavaScript, we are declaring the variable like this. var keyword, the variable name is data type. The variable name is x. We have need not to explicitly specify the data type. Whenever you are assigning the value a equal to 5, that means a is a integer variable. For example, y equal to 7.4. Y is a float variable. Y is a float variable. For example, z equal to RAM, or z equal to, for example, language, or z equal to, for example, India, anything. So now it is called as a string type. Only to specify the declaring the variable but not specify the data type. That is the meaning. In JavaScript, which is a dynamic type of programming language, that is the programmer need not explicitly specify the data type to store in a variable. That is very, very, very important. And okay, here data type to specify the what type of data stored in a variable. A data type is a classification. Is a classification of data that that tells the compiler or interpreter, either compiler or interpreter to specify the compiler or interpreter how the programmer wants to use the data. JavaScript supports different types of data. JavaScript can handle two types of data types. Two types of data types. Data types are two types. Okay, here data types are divided into two types. Okay, here the JavaScript data types that is divided into two categories. What two categories? One category is primitive data types. Primitive data types. Primitive data type. Primitive data type. And another data type is non-primitive data type. Another type is non-primitive data type. And another data type is non-primitive. Two types of data types, primitive data type, and here the non-primitive data types. Here the non-primitive data type. Two types, primitive data types and non-primitive data types. Okay, guys, here these are basically divided into two types, primitive and non-primitive. Now, what is primitive data type? What is primitive data type? And what is non-primitive data type? Here, for example, the primitive data type means you have to specify basic data types. It is also called as the preliminary data types. Preliminary data types. Okay, these are the divided into two categories. Now the primitive types and non-primitive types. Here the primitive types again divided into different types. Primitive data types are divided into different data types. One is primitive data types are divided into one is number data type, and the second one is string data type, and the third one is Boolean data type, and next one is undefined data type. Fourth one is undefined data type, and the fifth one is null data type. Fifth one is null data type. These are the five basic data types. So primitive data types. They are also called as a different types. These are the primitive data types. Again, they're divided into five types. So again, the non-primitive types are divided into one is arrays, and second one is object type. The second one is object. These are the different types. Data types are basically divided into two categories. One is primitive type, another one is non-primitive type. Primitive type means these are the basic data types, built-in types. And the second one, non-primitive types, are the two types. And that's one, the first heading is primitive data types. The first one is primitive data type. Primitive data type. It is also called built-in data types. It is also called built-in data types or standard types or standard data types. Okay, built-in data types or standard data types or predefined data types. Predefined data. In this, the first one is number data type. The first one is number data type. What is number data type? Number data type means these variables. It represents digits with a decimal point. Digits with a decimal point. For example, okay, x equal to 5. Here x is a number data type. Here x is a number data type variable. X is a variable. The variable is number data type. For example, y equal to 88. Y equal to 88. Y is a integer data type, number data type variable. For example, z equal to 99. Z is a number type. For example, a equal to 10.5. That means so a is a variable. The variable is number type. For example, b equal to 35.90. B is a number data type. That means it represents numbers, digits with decimal point or without decimal point. So it's a number, integer type, number with decimal point. These last two are called as a float data type. So these are called as a integer data type. And the second one is string data type. What is string data type? Second category is string data type. That means it represents alphabets, okay, digits, and special symbols. All the categories. It represents alphabets, digits, and special symbol. A single character or group of characters, or group of characters, group of characters, group of characters, okay, single character or group of characters enclosed, enclosed, enclosed by single quotes or double quotes. In JavaScript, double quotes also string type. Okay. A single character or group of characters is called a string. Is is called a is called a string. Is called a string. These are enclosed by either single quotes or double quotes. This is called as a single type. These are enclosed by either single quotes or double quotes. Clear, guys? Up clear, all of you? So what is string? A string means a single character or group of characters. These are enclosed by, these strings are enclosed by either single quotes or double quotes. For example, okay, S equal to, it's a string enclosed by JavaScript. Java is a high level language. Is a high level language. Is a high level language. Okay. And for example, x equal to KKR coders YouTube channel. Okay. Now it is enclosed by single quotes or double quotes. Now here x is a variable. X variable is a string type. S is a variable. S variable is string type. For example, y equal to single quotes or double quotes Kusu Srinivas. Okay. Okay, it is the name of the trainer. Okay, name of the author or name of the trainer. Whenever the y equal to so and so. Here y is a string variable, x is a string variable, s is a string variable because these variables are used to store the values. For example, z equal to HTML5. Here includes the strings, alphabets, and special characters. Here, okay, HTML is the alphabets. So it's a blank space is a special symbol. 5 is a digit. It is also a string type enclosed by single quote. Or for example, A equal to CSS3. Okay. Now, okay, for example, these are the different types. For example, B equal to Angular 8. Different data types. They all are the string data type. The string means a collection of a single character or group of characters is called a string. These strings are enclosed by either string type, either single quotes or double quotes. This is the second category. That is the first one is number type, second one is string type, and the third one is Boolean type. Boolean type means it represents Boolean data type. Boolean data type. Okay, Boolean data type. It represents either true value or false value. It represents only two values. It represents either true value or false. Only two values. Only two values, either true or false. For example, x equal to one variable, that is equal to 2. That means here x is a variable. Variable is Boolean type variable. Variable is Boolean type variable. For example, y equal to, that is equal to false. Here the y is a Boolean type variable. That is a Boolean type variable that represents either true or false value. Only two values only. And the fourth one is undefined data type. That means here we have to declare a variable, but as an unassigned value. Here assigned a value. Here assigned a value. Here assigned a value. But here only to declare a variable cannot assign a value. A variable that has an unassigned value. A variable that as an unassigned means cannot assign the value, only declare the variable, cannot assign the value, will have an undefined default value. Default value. For example, PAR X. That means X cannot be assigned a value, cannot be assigned, only declaration cannot be assigned a value. It is called as an undefined data type. In Java, the last one is null data type. The last one, primitive data type, the built-in data type. Fifth one is a null data type. In JavaScript, null means nothing. That means empty value, null value without any value. Null means nothing value, nothing. Cannot assign. It is sometimes also called as a does not exist. Okay, sorry. Now here it is something that does not that does not exist. That does not exist. Okay. Example, example, a equal to null. That means a is a variable. To assign the value null type. For example, b equal to null. B is a variable to assign the value equal to null. Here declare the variable and assign the value. Either integer type or float type is a number type. Here assign the value, so and so type. Here assign the value is a boolean type. Here assign the value is an undefined type. Here assign the value is a null data type. These five are called as a primitive data types. Right, clear up to guys here. This is explained with the example program. So with one example program. So now the example program is HTML. Okay, to demonstrate all the data types with the example program. So now the header part. Okay, and the script tag. Right, clear. The script tag. So now here the script tag and okay, the end of the header tag and the head of the HTML tag. Okay, clear guys? This is the structure of the body. So here declare the variable. Declare the one variable, for example, A, one variable B, one variable is C, one variable is D, one variable is E. Five data types to declare the five variables. So initialize the A value equal to, for example, 10. Okay, clear. The B value equal to, for example, the value is KKR coders. Okay, enclosed by singleton. So now the first value is a number data type, and the second value is string type, and the third variable. For example, here declaring the one variable, the C equal to true. That means the variable B is undefined. B equal to null. This is a null type. Clear, guys? B means cannot be assigned the value. So A is a number type. B is a string type, C is a boolean type, D is a variable. Only declare the variable, cannot assign the value, unassigned value. Here the D is a variable, but unassigned any value. E is a variable, E assign the value equal to E. Now here, document dot write off, for example, okay, type of A, data type of A. Here to specify the data type of A, and document dot write off type of B, data type of B. Another variable, document dot write off type of C. Okay. Document dot write off type of D. Okay. And document dot write off type of D. D is a what data type. Okay, clear guys? Clear. Values are so and so. Okay, now document. Okay. Document dot write up. So and so value is a number type. A is a number type. B is a string type. C is a boolean type. D is a undefined type. E is a null type. Up to here, clear all of you. Now run this command and save the document and run the program. Here the program, to save the program, D colon some path. The path you have to specify the path. Okay, slash h1 dot html. The extension of the file is h1 dot html. Now they run the program. Okay. Just right. So script tag, we are ABCDE. ABCDE, A is the integer type. Document dot type of A, type of B, type of C, type of D, type of E, and the script and its values are. So now here, run this program. And number type, okay, and string type, boolean type, undefined type, and it is a null type. Null type means it is indirectly, it is a object. That means A is a null type. The type of, okay, type of the value of the null. Clear, guys? Now run this one is, for example, if we want to print the next line, okay, we are break. If you want to need output, go to the break one. Okay. save the data type and run this one. Okay, these are the number type. Okay, break value here. Here, save this one and run the program. Okay, number type, string type. Here, the A is number type. A is number type. B is string type. C is Boolean type. D is undefined type. E is null type. Null type means empty type. The type of the empty is null type. Clear, guys? Up to here, these are called as a primitive data types program. Clear, guys? Up to here. Now this is a primitive data types. Okay, clear. For example, this is an example program of the primitive data type to demonstrate the primitive data types program. Okay, total example program. Write a program to demonstrate primitive data types. Primitive data types. Okay, demonstrate the primitive. Okay, primitive data type. This is a complete program. Okay, guys, the complete program in HTML and using JavaScript. Right here. Now the next one is non-primitive data types. These are the very important non-primitive data types. Non-primitive data types. That means these are not the basic data types. Non-primitive data types. It is also called. Sometimes it is also called as a different way. It is called as a composite data types. Composite. Okay. Composite data types. It is also called as a composite data types. Or it is also called user-defined data types. User-defined data types. These are not the fixed predefined types. These are also the non-primitive. Okay, non-primitive data types or composite data types. Composite data types or user-defined types. These are two types. One type is array type, and another type is a object type. In JavaScript, everything is an object. So now the second one is the object type. One is array type, another one is array type. Okay, object type. Now what is array? What is array? Simply, okay, array is a separate topic. There's a big topic in arrays. It's a separate chapter in JavaScript. But here to declare the only data type. In ordinary variable, for example, it is a variable x. Here x is a variable to store the value 5. Okay, we are x semicolon. That means x is declared as a variable. Here x is declared as a variable. To assign the value 5. Now x is a ordinary variable. This variable to store only one value. For example, here y equal to, for example, 8. Y is a variable to store the value only for 8. For example, here z equal to, for example, 25. Okay. For example, here a equal to 10. Okay, store the value. Here b equal to 20. These are the variables. 5 to initialize store the value 5 values, to declare the 5 variables. All these are ordinary variables. The ordinary variables are used to store only one value at a time. But the array variable, array is a variable. Array is a variable. It is used to store more than one value. Store more than one value of same data type. All are integers, all are strings, all are Boolean type, all are undefined, all are null. That means array is a variable. It is used to store more than one value of same data type. Here it is an ordinary variable. This ordinary variable to store only one value. Here the syntax of the array variable are the different types. For example, var a equal to store the value 5, 8, 25 and 10 and 20. This is an array variable. So array variable. A is a array variable. To store more than one value of same data type. Only one variable. To declare only one variable. This variable is used to store more than one value. Array variable. A equal to 5, 8, 25, 10 and 20. More than one value. 5 elements. To store the 5 elements. These are stored in the different formats. Now here A is a array variable. It is divided into 5 smallest parts. A is a array variable divided into 5 smallest parts. The first part is assigned the index number. It is also called 0. It is 1. It is 2. It is 3 and 4. The starting index number is 0. So it is the store the value 5 and 8 and 25, and the value is 10 and 20. Now here want to save execute the same program by using the okay. Now here to store the value, for example, we're declaring a one variable that is a, declaring a one variable that is a to initialize and print these values. Okay, that's right. Okay. Now here, for example, var a equal to 5, 8, 25, 10, and 20. Okay, clear? Array is a variable 5. A is a variable a equal to 5, 8, 25, 10, and 20. To print the values only for I, for loop I equal to 0 index number, I less than 5, and I plus plus is every time increasing by value I, and the begin document dot write of a of I value. I value starting value is 0 and a of I value, and print the every time go to the new line by using the break statement simply. So now to print the arrays program by using array const. Array is a data type. It's a data type to store the more than one value of same data type. There are in the next coming videos, when complete array is a one chapter, it takes the minimum 2-3 videos. So a of 0, 5, a of 1, 8, a of 2, 25, a of 3, 10, a of 4 is a 20 to declaring the array and initialize the values. Declaration of the array and initialize the values. Clear, guys? It's program, simple program using JavaScript. Okay, now this array type. Now another one, the second one is object type. Object type in JavaScript. In JavaScript is an instance of the class that accesses the values and members of the class. In JavaScript, everything is an object. Is an object because in JavaScript everything is an object because A is the object of array type. Here A is the object of the number type. B is the object of the string type. Here the A is a here this is a variable value A is the object of number type. Here the value of B is the object of integer type, string type. Here the C is the object of Boolean type. E is the object of null type. That means null data type. Here the D is the object of the undefined data type. In JavaScript, everything is an object to store the value and initialize the values. Okay, clear, guys? Now I'll explain one by one. So in JavaScript, everything is an object. Now here it is an instance of a class that access the data and members encapsulated in the given class. For example, one small example here. We are student equal to new keyword of object type. New keyword of object type. Here the student is a object is O capital O. We are student. Student is a object of the object data type. That means it's to access the data and members of the class. Here student dot name equal to, for example, Peter. Okay, and student dot is equal to 22. Clear, guys? So now here the student is a object type. Student is a object type. These are the members of the object. Name one member and is one another member. Right there. And the next one is print the values. Document dot write of student name equal to plus student dot name plus here break the and the same writing, same syntax using the student dot write of student is equal to age of the student age. Clear, guys? So now here same thing is copied to the HTML notepad document. Now here Here the student. Here the student is a object type. Access the name. Okay, now here the name can be accessed by using the data type. Okay, clear. Save the document and run it. And print the student name is Peter and the student age is 22. Okay. For example, if you want to print the document dot write of type of student. What is student? Student is which data type? Student is either number type, or the student is string type, or the student is Boolean data type, or the student is undefined data type, or the student is null type, or the student is array type, or the student is object type. Here the student is object type. Okay, now save and run the script. Okay, now here the student is object type. Please observe the web browser. Okay, now the data type is here the name of the student. Here the name of the student is Peter, and the age of the student is 22, and the data type is the object data type. Here the student type of the student is object type. Okay, guys, clear? Now the non-primitive data types or composite data types explain completely explanation in the next video. Okay, thanks for watching this video. Have a nice day. Thank you very much. If you want to see more videos, okay, enjoy more videos, subscribe the KKR Coders YouTube channel. Thanks for watching this video. Thank you very much.